Black Templars are one of my favourite things to paint. I have a small army myself, and today I'm going to show you my tried and tested scheme, as well as how to fix some common mistakes. Also, apologies for any focus issues in this video, my camera's focus detection really didn't want to cooperate with this one. And with that, let's get to painting. I started with the shoulder pads as I could remove them after to paint the rest of the armour. Over a black prime, I sprayed Rakarth flesh thinned 1:1 with Vallejo thinner at 25 psi. I built up the layers gently, and to be honest, I didn't go quite big enough with them. There's no second step, the gradient from black to pure Rakarth is our shading, and I went too harsh here. I'll fix this later though, so it's no big deal. I sprayed AK black over the whole mini to rebase coat it. I used the same settings as before, and I'll mention if I ever change it up. I went for smoke black as my first highlight, though this matters more for vehicles than it does infantry. For my second highlight, I used lead grey. This is a slightly blue tone, but I love the colour it leaves on the final finish. Since I wouldn't be using any decals and I chose not to do any masking, I had to paint the trim and crosses by hand, and for this I used the same 3 armour colours. When highlighting the black on the shoulders, pay attention to the direction of your initial airbrush highlights, as they need to match. To correct any mistakes, do a couple of thin layers of Rakarth flesh. You can add more to create wear so the brush marks don't stand out quite as much. At this point I noticed I missed a very prominent mold line down the length of his leg. To fix this, simply scrape off the mold line, then base coat it black and glaze over some lead grey. I'm pretty confident you didn't spot this on the finished mini. For the edge highlights I went quite a step up in colour and I used Basalt Grey. For black, this step is especially important. I like it as a way to add battle damage, as all of my lines are scratchy and imperfect. Where possible, I used the side of my brush. This is by far the most time-consuming step, but it's also deeply rewarding and I can't recommend it enough. Take your time with this, any mistakes can be fixed with a little black or lead grey. And make sure you don't forget the shoulder trim and the crosses. For the tabard, I wanted a sort of monastic robe brown rather than the typical cream, so I started with leather brown and base coated the whole thing. Then I mixed in a little light earth and highlighted anywhere I didn't want to be the deepest shadow. I did the same again with another mix with even more light earth added to it. At this stage it was feeling a little flat, so I went back in with leather brown and reinforced my shadows. I did a final highlight with a more than 1:1 mix of leather brown and light earth, and I came back later to do one even brighter highlight, but you can brighten this to your taste. For the leather, I wanted something rich to contrast the drab tabard, so I started with Afro Shadow across all of the belts and pouches. Then I made a 1:1 mix of Afro Shadow and Mahogany Brown and did scratchy highlights across the leather, maintaining some Afro Shadow in the recesses. And finally, I did a highlight of pure Mahogany Brown for some real contrasting brightness. For my Templars, I like yellow melee weapons and red guns, so for the chainsword, I started with several coats of golden brown. Then I did a few glazes of dirty yellow from the end towards the handle to get a decent blend. I edge highlighted it with golden yellow, though you could use Afro Shadow for a more battle-worn look. For the red, I'd stick to 2 colours, base coating with wine red, highlighting the top 50% with a 1:1 mix of that and blood red, with a final highlight of pure blood red. I also did blood red edge highlights, but towards the end I chose to add some burn orange to the edges as well. For any small white details, I mixed a little black into Rakarth flesh to base coat it, and then used pure Rakarth flesh to highlight. You'll also notice the shoulders are a little brighter, as I airbrushed some more Rakarth flesh to reduce the size of those dark areas, and I repainted and highlighted all of the black. For the candles, I wanted them to be a dark red wax, so I base coated them with wine red. I mixed in a little Rakarth flesh for the highlight so it didn't resemble the weapon casing, and did one further mix before dotting the wicks with black. With all of the details done, I decided to give the mini a couple of coats of Vallejo polyurethane gloss varnish, just to protect the paint and create a nice glossy surface for my next step. No decals on this mini, just an enamel wash. For this, I used MIG Panaline Wash Dark Red Brown, straight from the pot. This is going to warm up the whole mini whilst leaving some colour in the recesses which resembles dirt or rust, adding to that weathered look. Don't just slop this on, apply a single, solid coat across the entire mini. After about 30 minutes drying time, I dampened a makeup sponge with odourless thinner and dragged it over any surfaces with pooling or unwanted staining. Areas like the sword and shoulder pads are prime examples of this. I then left the mini overnight and gave it a couple of coats of AK Ultramatte varnish thinned 1:1 with AK thinner. For all of the steel areas, I used a single coat of Obsidian black, and I just love this paint. It's incredibly reliable and makes for such a nice dark steel. With this, I'm hitting the weapons, the chains, elements of the backpack, and some other small details on the shoulders and belts, just for variety. I then washed these areas with Rotwood brown wash, thinned 1:1 with water, as I was trying it for the first time and didn't want to use too much, but now I'm a big fan. For any gold areas, I base coated them with Decayed metal. I made sure to do the belt details with this, as well as the sword pommel. I then highlighted these details with AK bronze. And then I shaded the Aquila with more Rotwood brown. I like a bright, glowing lens for my Templars, so I started with a few coats of blood red, making sure to fill the lens and apply some to the edges around it. Then I carefully lined the center with white, and if you make any mistakes here, just correct with red. Then I used Vallejo Premium Color Fluorescent Scarlet thinned 1:1 with water, and applied several thin coats until I got the desired glow. Finally, I wanted to make the rest of the armor feel as damaged as the black, so I used Afro Shadow across the shoulders and weapons to create chipping. I decided to highlight these chips using Rakarth Flesh for the shoulders, more golden yellow for the sword, and burn orange for the gun, and I reinforced the edge highlights with this colour as well, as mentioned earlier. I also did a very final highlight on the tabard using a very light mix of the two previously used colours. And with that, our Templar is done. Thanks for watching. Despite the silly mistakes I made, I'm really happy with how this mini turned out, and it really goes to show how easy it is to fix these issues. Not sure what I'll do next week, I have a few ideas, but let me know your suggestions in the comments, and if anyone in your hobby group feels like crusading, send them my way. Bye for now.